I promise you that you'll never meet another person as mentally tough as you in your entire life.
And they got us looking up to artificial clouds. Artificial clouds. Artificial clouds.
What's going on, everybody? We're going to take a look this evening at the Alabama Vanderbilt game. Watch a little college football. We're going to talk to people as they come in. Right now, we are on a commercial break. The broadcast will resume as soon as the game starts. And I'm going to go ahead and get the Instagram Live going. Let's see. Here we go. Boom. Oh, we missed a touchdown just that quick. Hopefully this one doesn't get out of hand.
Touchdown pass to get the headlines. Go walk us through that fourth down stop. We hear a lot about Will Anderson as an edge rusher, but the difficulties to set the edge and play the run is real. He's excelled. Last time Gavin Stonewall would come across, the running back going to come straight down in the C gap. Yet Anderson is not deceived by anything visually. Tying across, running back down, able to stay home, redirect, and make that play on A.J. Swan. Talked to Coleman Holzer before the game, and he said this is an area that he wanted to improve upon. He's gone out and done the work with. One of the things got a chance to make him the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft.
Absolutely, the offense, probably the outside linebacker coach for Alabama. 2 sacks for Anderson.
Oh, we got to change the frame. So, all right, give me 1 second.
Talk with Pete Golden yesterday, and we discussed the fact that sack numbers on average are down across college football. So the question is, how can you affect the quarterback when teams are getting rid of the ball faster than Yadier Molina throws it to second base, right? And he says, easy, we've got to confuse them and make them pack the ball and think about it and not go to their first look. And that's how you impact a quarterback, even if you don't hurry him. Here's Ray Davis.
The first thing Pete Golden told us in that meeting time, we hit it in the open tonight, change the picture. Especially with a younger quarterback. Jordan can speak to this from the weekend, but you get up to the line of scrimmage and it's not what you have seen on film. I thought Coach Saban laid it out for us perfectly by saying, hey, in the NFL, it's about a 4-game cycle. Once you get through 4, you've seen all of that. Then you got to start watching some other stuff. In college football, man, it changes each and every week.
Saban talked about it from his days with the Browns. He said, Bill watching the 49ers ran snack 7 flat. I told my guys, you're going to see it 5 times, but I can't tell you the look that they're going to get to it from. Just know what your responsibilities are conceptually, and it won't be an issue. Play clock will run out. And Beatty takes a timeout to save the penalty. They'll be looking at a 3rd and 5.
That's part of the struggle, right? You got a young quarterback down there. You got a 3rd and medium. You know Alabama's going to be coming after you. You know Will Anderson's over there. So you're trying to get in the perfect protection, right? You're trying to give your quarterback a chance. He's not used to looking up at that play clock and having that sense of urgency. Good timeout here.
Let's get you to the studio quickly.
Yeah, Tom, it's time to take a look at the five-star play brought to you by Yellowwood. And it happened just a few minutes ago. Arkansas trying to go back up 2 scores. KJ Jefferson trying to dive over the pile from the 3, loses the football, recovered by the Aggies, and then the handoff to the
nice.
who takes it to the house. PAT, no good. Hogs up 14-13, but what a play.
I thought it was weird enough with Jordan's.
That happened to me. 1 year we were playing Oklahoma in Oklahoma, and it was a situation where there was a 2 quarterback kind of battle going on, and I took the team all the way down the field, and we got in the red zone, and the coach made a switch at quarterback, and the guy got in, and it was a strip sack fumble on the first play he got in the game, and negated an entire drive against the University of Oklahoma at the University of Oklahoma.
Knock to the middle. This is what you want to do, right? You want to get a quarterback off schedule. Now, A.J. Swan can make those plays, but more often than not, with your coverage on the outside, it's going to be a tough play to make.
Oh, man, we still can't see the full score. That dude wasn't even trying to make a tackle. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's get the Instagram live set up.
MVP haircut experience is like nothing else in the world. And now, it's better than ever. It's a perfectly steamed hot towel infused with our signature scent. A 7-point massaging shampoo. And neck and shoulder, Nirvana. Oh, yeah. The MVP haircut experience, only at Sportclips.
Pythagoras, Archimedes, Newton, all brilliant mathematicians, we get it. But none of them were ever considered tongsmen. How the tongsman can see angles, imagine surface area, geometric genius. The tongsman knows there's always room for more sausage. Throw on the Johnsonville sausage.
There we go.
Calling all tongsmen. If you don't repaint every now and then, it's like the old key is still hanging around.
And let's get into music. You are a Libra and he is a Pisces. That is like a cosmic dungeon. You know, can you? Cosmically, no. That's why I only date musicians. What do you guys think?
Lasagna. I love lasagna. That's you guys.
So today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand, and make your home yours. Behr, exclusively at the Home Depot.
Shout out to KU today. KU is 4-0. They beat Duke at home. So we'll see what that does to their national ranking going into this next week. It's almost good that they're not ranked so they can semi-be under the radar, but they're joined the ranks of the unbeaten, after week 4. So that's not going to last for long.
Bryce Young is living up to the billing. 13 of 16 tonight. He's already thrown for 3 touchdowns, and he's shared the football a little bit. In fact, he started off going to Ja'Cory Brooks as he stopped. That's the chunk plays, right? I haven't seen a ton of that. It's been Ja'Cory Brooks on the outside, over for the touchdown. Jermaine Burton. Brooks again, he's pushing the ball downfield. Anytime you see that little celebration, that smile, that's bad news for everybody that's not wearing crimson. Burton's got 3 catches. Trisha Holton has a touchdown. 80% of Alabama's plays so far tonight have been through the air. Again, it's those chunk plays, right? That's what's been missing. So it was missing, yes. Did you fall off the mechanical bull? Right, Sean, look. On the run, able to figure out.
Nice.
And into Vandy territory, picking the 25. First catch for Kobe Prentice, and he's admittedly swallowed up. C.J. Taylor there. Latu choked it right into him. That's a great play by Taylor.
Mm.
A little help from him.
That was no effort.
A little tempo, too, from Alabama. I think we thought we might see a little more of.
Wow, not only hear Bill O'Brien, the offensive coordinator, say, we're better when we run tempo. We need to run tempo to be as good as we can be. We also sat down with Tyler Steen. I can tell you guys, as a former 300-pounder, an offensive lineman, we didn't really love going fast all the time. But even Tyler Steen told us, he said, hey,
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Bryce Young after he leaves Alabama. I think that Tua and Jalen Hurts are two of the best quarterbacks they've ever had because most of them get to the NFL and can't perform. Probably because all they had to do was manage the game in college and didn't have to be, special. But Bryce Young is pretty special. It's the same way Jalen Hurts and Tua were. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Right? Because he can do so much before the snap protection-wise, audibly, getting different route combinations. If it's great, it looks clean, run it. Everybody knows what you're running. If it looks dirty, give your quarterback a chance to do what he does best, which is be a field general.
Gibbs doesn't have a touch yet tonight. He's been a decoy.
Is that intentional grounding? There was no running back wasn't over there.
A little bit of an adjustment here on this drive. First time I've seen them go 3 down, and they've gone 3 down on every down this series. So something a little bit different up front, obviously giving them more numbers on the back end.
They're going to get some more flat defenders out there. They're going to get another guy in coverage because Bryce Young looks like he's playing 7-on-7.
3rd and 12, Vanderbilt probably just switched to nickel or dime one.
The call came to Vandy from Virginia, where he was with Bronco Mendenhall, had been with Bronco at BYU before that.
Nickel.
First-year defensive coordinator. They drop 8 again. Rich up one to the sideline.
Oh! That's tough.
Boy, that was a great throw by Bryce Young. A great job working his eyes downfield.
Watch him move that safety. Now he's just seeing what the defense does. He knew he was going there from the beginning. As soon as they went P3C6C and dropped that DN in the coverage, he was taking that shot from the beginning. He was just moving everybody around. Stay calm, man. Oh.
Latu, which held out in the first game of the season against Utah State. He is such an important weapon in this Alabama offense and the Alabama athletic training staff. Tending to him right by the goal line.
See Latu go up, just trying to battle 2 defenders there. Looking up for that football, just comes out a little bit awkward on that right knee. And obviously the sleeve on the left knee for a reason.
Interesting.
Good look at that right knee right there.
Maybe hyperextended it.
Not sure if defender hit it all the way down.
You can't even walk on it.
A good sign for Alabama. It really goes back to the decision to go for it on 4th and 12. I think you're kind of
it's so deceiving though when players leave the field. Like when I left the field, when I got hurt in the spring game going into my senior season, I walked off the field. But tore my ACL, MCL, and meniscus, but I was able to walk off the field. So it's kind of deceiving. You never really know how severe it is.
See about the decision to go for it Well, we were talking with Tyler Steen about the difference between when he was in the Vanderbilt program and now here playing for Nick Saban at Alabama. He said, when I was at Vandy, it was always about overcoming obstacles and fighting through. He said, here, it's about dominating. And just that mindset seemed to be coming from two different places.
That's a killer instinct, right? It starts with Bryce. Hopefully a killer instinct.
If you're going to go 50, go ahead and go.
It's like trying to get the Brussels sprouts.
He knew he was coming off the field.
Offside. On the defense, number 50. You think he knew it's on him when he's directly against him?
Yeah.
Freddie Rose, the defensive line coach. By the way, not a guy that I'd want to have to run off to making a mistake. But how does that happen, Cole? You think you have to snap count,
Snap count.
get a jump on it, and you're keying something, whether it's football, whether it's a hand thing or something. Just got the wrong key.
He'll be back.
Second 5.
Why are you running zone read against Alabama? I mean, I know why, because you're trying to get +1 in the blocking scheme. But come on, man. See, they're trying to move up this. They're trying to run the tackle up and wall off the backer with the flow. But you're asking your quarterback to beat Alabama's defensive end. It doesn't make any sense.
Third down 6. Cheetah package for Alabama defense. First time we've seen it this year, too.
Exactly. But you just asked your quarterback to beat that dude who just ran right around your tackle. Doesn't make any sense. That tackle couldn't even kick set. 1, 2, 3. Couldn't even get his hands on him. Terrible. They just wasted those last 2 plays.
Ball well punted away. Fair catch taken. It was a 46-yard play. Anderson impacting the game early.
You gotta help him out because that dude,
He's drooling when he sees one-on-one with the tackle.
Hello.
yep, now mistake. Give me that Heisman.
The new iPhone.
And you don't even send the back over there to help him?
Now, business owners can get it on us at T-Mobile. Apple Business Essentials with Apple Care Plus is included, so you can easily manage your team's devices here and here. All on the network.
Let's see what other broadcasts we can grab.
It's the ultimate business trifecta with the new iPhone 14 Pro on us. Only for T-Mobile for Business.
Every day I work hard and eat what's right for me. Isn't that right, Frank? Frank's my goat. No alarms tell me when to snack. Nice try, Kevin. I don't care about posts and likes. I mean, who do I like? You've missed a spot. He always does. So my advice, stop looking for advice. And if you want to grab
Oh, let me look at this Ohio State game.
Who's hungry? Roll that beautiful game footage.
Shoot, the Ohio State game is already 28-0. It's not even worth watching.
Football obsessed best man. And I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst.
Are you kidding me? Physically, I'm right here. But mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
One of our
cheesiest burritos is back at Taco Bell. The double steak grilled cheese burrito.
What if you could change your surroundings? Look at your finger. Biometric ID inside the innovative new C-Class.
Welcome back to SEC Saturday Night, presented by T-Mobile. Saturday night in Tuscaloosa. Great crowd on hand as expected here at Bryant Denny. Alabama has won 63 of its last 65 games. Here's Jace McClellan. Pick up an 8 on first down. It's shoving. Post play. Blew out his flip-flop. Must have stepped on a pop top. McClellan gets it fixed.
A what?
How can your shoe be tight enough that you can put it back on that quick? Yeah, that's never a good sign. McClellan, shoe fits fine. Here he goes.
That's how.
And a pickup of 26. Watch the push up front.
Their O-line work together.
Working in this direction.
Crazy. Just how you draw it up.
Tyler Booker, we mentioned his name. Cole mentioned by the end of the year, he's probably going to be starting. At left guard, he's at right guard there.
Look at that block.
True freshman, Connecticut native.
Imagine being inches away from the tackle, but you just can't get there.
He brings the physicality.
That's crazy.
Catch made by Isaiah Bond. Cole, what makes Booker so good?
He's just got that edge. And it's something that you can't coach into guys. He likes to finish, he likes the contact, he likes physicality. Saw him drop a full slap earlier on pass pro. Pass pro not aggressive, by the way, but sometimes guys treat it like it is. He just brings a different edge, different mentality.
Alabama go up tempo again. Second and 2.
See, like when you play teams like Alabama, you have to capitalize on those opportunities.
Right, who was injured earlier in this game.
Even though it was a bang play, you got to find a way to get that turnover. You're not going to get those too often.
Really good players, but you saw there. That's an RPO. Bryce is expecting Bond to have his head turned right away. Right? Ball was on a little too quick. That's one of those timing things the true freshmen are going to start to learn quicker and quicker. No, my quarterback wants that ball out. Tight ends in the game. The toss first time for Gibbs. Here Gibbs just bobbled up, trying to stretch it out. Cameron Latu back in the game for Bama. That's a great sign. Boy, what they use, that magic spray they use in soccer, football. You know, the guys look like they're down and out for a year, and then they spray that stuff on. They jump right out. What is that stuff? I need some of that. That's good to see, though. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2, a much different situation than the previous 4th and 12. And they got Kendall Randolph in the game as well for some extra beef there. Lined up at tight end. And McClellan will get it, I think. Indeed, first down Alabama.
Second time his shoe came off on this drive.
All right, we got real lacing issues going on now. There's Denard Robinson back.
I guarantee after halftime he's going to be spratted.
Pull the Velcro over, it'd be fine. You could also keep some change in the tongue if you wanted to. What's a pack rat? Oh, we got a lot to learn. We took you back to the mid-'80s. Got another 80s montage we're going to show? That's right. Feathered hair and all. Nice young looking crossing route. And here's your
Nice.
Best receiver on the team by numbers, and the running back still on his feet. And truck all inside the 10, down to the 7. 26-yard gain for the Georgia Tech transfer. Bryce Young actually trying to get a double move to his left. He's trying to buy time, wait for this double move to come out, but he's smart. Safety over the top, check it down to Jahmyr Gibbs, and this is where this offense gets really dangerous when they hit those chunk plays. Defenses get two safeties over the top, one less defender for Jahmyr Gibbs on the check down. Play action to Gibbs. And incomplete. We were talking earlier about Bryce being indecisive at times, but he never seems to be rushed. No. Quarterback coaches always used to tell me, I want you to play quick, but not in a hurry. Those are two very different things. You can play fast, you can play quick, but are you in a hurry or are you under control? Bryce is never not under control, even though things could be going a million miles an hour. I loved his patience on that one. And really, the internal block. Double move wasn't open, man. Flip, find your check down, get it to your best player in space. He's already thrown for 3 touchdowns tonight. Looking for 4. Gibbs out of the backfield.
Why not? Touchdown. She made like 5 people miss on the 2 plays ago.
Play 77-yard drive. They converted a 4th and short, and finally turned Jahmyr Gibbs from the decoy to the featured back on that drive.
Nice.
How about the work after the catch by Jahmyr Gibbs? That's what Alabama fans have been excited about. How dynamic number 1 is out of the backfield. The first one's a check down, getting the ball in
1,
space.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Lead blocker to seal the edge. You flip the ball out. Look at this. Lead blocker 81 right there. 1-on-1. Number 1's going to win that every time.
That's tough.
On an urgent fan spell by Dr. Pepper.
Hurry! It's almost kickoff. I am. No, they locked me out. What's that?
Okay, Ohio State 28-7. What up, Epps? I know, man. They're 4-0. It's good to see. That's what happens when you keep a coach longer than 2 years.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. Meet Zach. His work-life balance is anything but balanced. But when he gets on the bike, he becomes Zen Zach. Zen Zach exists outside of time. His heartbeat sounds like a mellow drum circle. It's cool, right? The only notification he hears is the sound of the ocean. So if you
I don't even know how to. I feel like, oh man. I feel like Lil Wayne trying to figure out Instagram Live.
Savings and service for both your sides.
Hold on. Yeah, he's nice. I've only gotten a chance to like look at the stat lines. Hold on. I've only gotten a chance to look at like the stat lines and some of the highlights, but from the stat lines, I can tell that the play calling is putting him in like great positions. Like there's times where I've checked and he's like been 14 of 16 for like 180 and 2 touchdowns, meaning that his passes are coming within the scheme of the offense, and he's not having to press things and force things and pass the ball like 40 times a game like some of these guys are, just for them to have success. And then, I mean, he's an X factor. Like he's leading them, of course, in passing, but there have been games where he's leading them in rushing too. So he's having a hell of a year. I hope he's able to continue it and like they stay healthy as a team throughout the season, so his success can continue. Ohio State 28-7. Oh, okay. I thought that was a highlight. Yeah, man, you should. I know you're a professional broadcaster and sports commentator, so I don't know if you have your professional face on right now.
sure how many you were a part of. Dari Noka's part of the party. Let's get you back to the studio.
All right, guys, thank you much. The Regents halftime report coming up. Dari Doring, Watson, Spikes. We'll show you what's going on in Arlington. They're at the half. About to start second half. A&M, Arkansas. Tennessee takes care of Florida. Kentucky in a tight one. What do you see from Bama?
Clean offensive game. Bryce Young, 4 touchdowns, spread the ball around to 8 different receivers.
Wide receivers, too, which I'm excited about.
Exactly.
Good point.
I see how Vanderbilt does. I mean, their play calling on the last drive was terrible.
Kentucky only up a touchdown?
You try to zone read the best player on the defense.
We're tied at half. The low, but incomplete. Hey, Cole, when we got the defensive backs lesson from Nick
Nah,
Saban,
man, nothing wrong with your cleats.
Every quarterback clinic, coaching clinic in the world would pay for. He talked about the break point. What did he mean by his DBs meeting the receiver there?
Well, essentially saying that based on the team, there's a certain amount of yardage which you can expect that route to be broken off. So he'll line up cones in certain portions of the field when they practice. So visually, those DBs, when they run down to cover, get an idea. This is 14 yards. This is 18 yards.
Look at that. Nobody. Look at the line. Watching them get tackled by 5 Alabama players.
14, but visually, it allows those DBs to get an idea how far they've been running, how long that they've been running, and they change that up versus different opponents each and every week.
Let me tell you, I always appreciate our time with Nick Saban, but when he gets out of his chair to show you technique that he teaches his defensive backs, it's a master class, right?
Absolutely.
Take notes.
3rd down and 12.
I love Nick Saban.
I would take notes. Last time you left Will Anderson one-on-one.
The game up front. Anderson got it to him again.
Come on, bro. You ran right into the D tackle. I know he's not watching the games the D-line is playing, but his O-line didn't, they didn't even attack at all. He's going to sit and watch the D tackle. Oh, he can't move that well.
Really surprised that Vanderbilt hasn't used more of their tight ends in some of the protection. Even some of their
That's the quarterback's fault.
I haven't seen a ton of it tonight. Something that Joey Lynch and Clark Lee mentioned was important.
And they're used to it. They run more 2+ tight end sets than anybody in the SEC, if not the country.
Bet. Man, if you okay, he's gone, but okay.
He does so. Now he's trying to find the edge. Turn upfield. Here's Kool-Aid McKinstry. And a sweep return into Vandy territory. Ball out late. Vanderbilt recovered it. And we'll see if McKinstry's knee was down or Vanderbilt got its first break of the game, a 48-yard return.
He's tired.
Boy, really close. Can run down from behind. Is that? Ooh,
go out.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the Kicking first down.
That's tough.
At first glance, I really thought that knee came down.
Nah, he hit the ball on his own knee. He's going to be running at practice for that.
It's a second tackle for the punter, Matthew Hable.
They're going to work ball security, DBs.
When that knee buckled, the ball just popped out.
At least he didn't get hurt.
Let's go, kid, for the brand.
It's always a weird tackle when you get tackled from behind.
So Vandy gets it right back. Then you got to get back to the ground game.
Just one net rushing yard tonight.
Sacks taken away whatever they've gained, and Rocco Griffin tries to get in on it. First down run for Vandy. Pick up a 12. Third different back Vandy has used tonight with Ray Davis and Patrick Smith.
Rocco was their number 1 back last year, came into the game questionable. Ray Davis has really been a bright spot in the backfield tonight. This season so far for Vandy. As I mentioned, second leading rusher in the SEC, but Rocco Griffin, another guy that's a starting caliber SEC back in the backfield now next to A.J. Sloan.
Yeah, great close of the season. Toe-to-toe coming up. Let's it's a 3rd sack of the game.
That's tough, man.
Couldn't get there. DJ Dale beat him to it.
That is tough. As an offensive coordinator, you have to do something. Watch this. Come on now, bro. Come on now. You're going to double team 10 and let 94 run free? 50 must be a youngster.
On 2nd and 17, they'll run the ball. Interesting that you bring that up because when we talked the questions earlier,
50 must be a youngster.
If there's pressure and I get sacked 90% of the time, that's on me for not recognizing it and getting the protection to where it needs to be or finding my hop route.
Yeah, look, I mean, every play that is run has a protection adjustment that could be made that has a hop route. Right? So if you're getting hit, you got it. There was an answer. It was either I should have changed the protection or man, I should have thrown to my hop route. Doesn't mean you're going to hit a big play, but there is always an answer. Doesn't mean you get there every single time. Play quarterbacks.
And watch it on YouTube, Q.
Fast package on the field for Vandy now.
Face man. Come on, man. Okay. He threw the flag at him.
31-41-15.
Who else is playing right now?
15 on the field. I'm not sure 41 was on the field that time, but that's one of the areas that people we talk about just getting a little bit more extra jet in that pass rush, getting a little bit lighter. Guys who can obviously rush the pass rush, package that not a lot of people would want to face with three of the best inside linebackers in college football on the field at the same time.
They missed the face mask call.
Oh, they didn't call it. Wow.
Barely evident.
I mean, I saw that in real time.
42 seconds from the half. Let's take a look at fans. Brought to you by Dr. Pepper. My man's got a move. Great day here in Tuscaloosa. A little warm out today, so the Dr. Pepper simply came in handy. And on a night game at Bryant-Denny Stadium, just a little different energy around town today.
Kool-Aid McKinstry going to have another shot at this. Looked like he was about to return the last one for 6 before the fumble, which gave Vandy the ball. See if he gets another opportunity.
And 2 returners back down. That one's dropped.
Mm.
And Alabama able to fall.
See? That's 2 fumbles that Vanderbilt should have taken advantage of, and they didn't. And that's just not how you beat Alabama.
It's a punt away from Kool-Aid McKinstry after what he did last time. And Brian Branch out there.
The way you beat a team that you're outmatched talent-wise is you have to do all the intangibles right. You have to make all the blocks. You have to capitalize on all the turnover opportunities.
That's not what mouthpiece typically goes with.
I'm not sure it's doing much up there. It's a 5.
And he needs to see his stats.
See, this is the problem. They had these commentators just saying stuff that they hear young people say. They don't even know what they're talking about. That's why you need former players commentating on these games. I mean, Kirk Herbstreit been commentating on freaking college football since I was 9.
Picks up 10 on first down. We are 26 seconds away from halftime. You can watch the live performance from Alabama's $1 million band on SEC.
You're trying to tell me there hasn't been at least 1 or 2 college football players who have a good enough vocabulary, vernacular to commentate on college football? Come on now. But I guess that's the equalizer of the internet. You can do it like I'm doing it.
We got another true freshman. No, not true freshman. Oh, Tyson Russell actually out there on the outside. 2-minute situation. You got to be deeper than the deepest guy. Watch Tyson Russell out here. Watch him get his eyes in the backfield. He's watching Bryce Young. Doesn't even see. Or have a feel for Jermaine Burton as he runs right by him, anticipating maybe another short throw to try to pick up 2 yards and call timeout. But number 1 rule in 2-minute like that when you're playing deep zone is be deeper than the deepest guy. You can't get your eyes caught in the backfield there.
10 seconds left in the half. and one timeout remaining. What does Alabama draw up here to try and get a score before the end? I think you take another shot, right? I mean, you're already in field goal range, comfortable field goal range. You might take a shot to the end zone here. You have a timeout, so that you could throw a short one. You just have to tell guys, if you catch it, 5 or 6 steps. If you have that, get down. By yardage, best half Bryce Young has ever played.
I don't know, J. Rob's down here, man. I'm glad to see you doing well, brother.
He's taking that shot, and it's incomplete. Covered by Russell on the back end. Jeffrey Lugachukwu.
Very double covered.
Get a fingertip on. Pardon me, to Ricky Wright. And that's your one-on-one matchup, right? Trayshawn,
yeah, take a shot.
6'3" is your biggest receiver.
That's good defense.
That's your jump ball situation. A lot of contact out there. That's a good no call, though. The ball is tipped. It'll be a 40-yard field goal attempt for Will Reichert. From the right hash, and
okay.
It is good.
Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Bryce Young with 316 yards through the air. His
wow.
most productive half in an already stellar college career. 4 touchdowns for Young. And the Alabama defense has harassed Vanderbilt to the tune of 3 sacks of A.J. Swan.
They're going to talk about his leadership next.
Bryce Young meeting his teammates as they head into the tunnel to the Alabama locker room. Meanwhile, Vandy will have to regroup. Haven't won here since '84. Nick Saban is standing by with Cole Kubelik.
Coach Saban, I know you wanted to try Jermaine Burton outside more, not move him around as much. Is that the main reason for his success?
Yeah, I think, we're trying to play 7-11 and, 3 outside. So, we move these guys around so much, it's hard for them to get any continuity in what they're doing. So they're playing well today.
That was another thing you wanted to do defensively, change the picture, move guys around. Happy with how much you've done that?
It's been good, they got us a little bit early because they had to stay in Big Silver, 2 tight ends.
I have no idea what that is.
Guys playing nickel, so they blocked them and hit some perimeter plays, but guys settled down, started playing perimeter better and playing block protection a little bit better, and we did okay.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
You always learn something. Big Silver, 2 tight ends when Vandy was running.
Man, that's just what they call it.
They made all the necessary adjustments in this half. The score is 31-3. Here's Dark.
We measure success.
I'm having some trouble finding the Alabama broadcast. I mean, the SEC network just changed, I guess, the regularly scheduled programming. So I'm going to end this broadcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm on the playback. Leave some comments down below and let me know what game you want me to cover next week. Man, you have a safe weekend. Catch you on the next one.